Hello, hello everyone. I'm gonna type in our topic for today just to have it set and then I'll get started. Bear with me while I type in our topic for today. I'm gonna try and not multitask so I can get it right. Keep on coming. Tell your friends we're just about to get ready to start. I'm just going to finish this caption or the topic. Sorry, I was typing the word captions. All right. Welcome, everyone. So today's topic for our Wolfpack chat is going to be health and wellness during the COVID-19 pandemic. The link to captions are in our bio. So for everyone that would like to follow along, we will have live captions there for everyone. So before we get officially started today, we will have guests from our fitness and recreational sports as well as campus counseling services. So we are going to give you guys a great overview today of fitness and recreational sports, everything you need to know about the fitness center, some information about, what's the word I'm looking for, intramural sports, and then some great information from counseling services. So a little bit about myself. I am your MC for today. I feel very honored to be here to talk to you guys, to be able to help share this information. My name is Caitlin McKinney. I am the Student System Services Specialist at the University of Nevada, Reno for Admissions and Records. And I have had the pleasure of working for Admissions and Records for about 7 years now. So I have been at the university for quite some time. I am very blessed to be here. I feel very thankful for this family that I have here on campus, whether it be the faculty and the staff that I work with, or all of you students that are out there that just make this such a wonderful place to be. So again, we are going to get started here in just a few minutes. We have some people from fitness and recreational sports as well as counseling services. They're going to give you guys some wonderful, wonderful information. There's going to be a tour of the fitness center. We're going to be able to tell you guys all the wonderful things that counseling services has going on. And then throughout this live, I'm just going to kind of keep you guys updated about what we're talking about, who we have. If you guys have questions, you can post them in the chat. We do have some colleagues behind the scenes that will be answering questions. We'll do our best to make sure all of those questions do get answered. So feel free to use the chat or the comment to ask us those questions, and we're going to do our best to get you guys those answers. So again, today's topic is health and wellness during the pandemic. I know that it's really important for a lot of people to make sure that you're staying healthy, whether that be fitness-wise or mentally with counseling services. So we just want to make sure that you guys are all up to date on all of the great things that the campus is offering right now. I'm coming to you live. It's funny that I can say that. I don't think this is my first live from campus right now. So for all of you students that we have that are remote, we are welcoming you to connect with us this way through the live. For you guys that are on campus, you will be able to see kind of what's going on with the fitness center right now and that sort of thing. So I hope you guys are excited for today's topic. I'm excited to hear about all the things that the fitness center has going on with intramural sports and all the awesome things that they're doing over there, as well as the counseling services. I know that it's really important right now that we utilize all of those services as students, as well as faculty and as staff. So I'm very excited, and I'm looking forward to having our guests on today. I think we're just getting ready to ask them to come on to request. So we'll just wait for them. Our first guests are going to be with fitness and recreational sports, and then we will have counseling services second. So I hope that you guys will stay with us throughout the live event. If you have friends or family that you think would be interested, tell them to come on and join. So right now I'm going to go ahead and bring on our first guests. Yes, now. Let's see, it's thinking. Oh, connecting. All right. So first up, we have Alex Baker. He is our facilities coordinator for fitness and recreational sports. Hello, Alex.
Hello.
He's going to be giving us a tour of the fitness center, and I will turn it over to you.
All right. Thank you. Can everyone hear me? Good. So my name is Alex Baker. I'm the facilities coordinator here at the EO Wigan Fitness Center. Real quick, we're going to go ahead and take you through the facility and show you our COVID guidelines that we have put in place. Obviously, our health and safety is important, and we want to make sure that the campus community, as they walk into the facility, that's their ease of mind, what we're doing, and we're going to highlight some of the stuff in our facility. So before we even get into the facility, it's important that anyone who comes into the facility needs to have some type of face covering on. So that is rule number one. Step one: have your face covering on as you enter. We'll go through the doors. Everyone still swipes in with their university ID card. Everyone should have one of these. You still swipe in. If you are a new member, you'll have to sign one of our access waivers. First thing though, everyone swipes in. We'll come through. And on our level one, important thing to note is all our signage in the facility. The first sign that we want everyone to see is this welcome back sign that we have. This is going to tell you what area that you're going to use, what stairwell you're going to use to access what floors. If you're going up to the other levels, we ask you to use the south end entrance to go up. As you exit down the facility, you'll go down the north end stairwell. So it's important that we keep that traffic flow. There is signage throughout the facility, so we want everyone to follow that signage as they come in and enter. On this main level, on the strength side, we have a lot of equipment out of place. Every other squat rack's out of place. All the benches out of place, and that's just to ensure the proper social distancing guidelines that we have. We also removed a few racks of our dumbbells. On each floor, we have a designated cleaning station. We added about 10 new cleaning stations that we have. We'll come over onto this floor. Over here. And again, we ask that everyone does maintain a proper, social distance space when they are in the facility. Everyone needs to keep their face coverings on at all times. As you go up to the different levels, our big one is our level 3. We expanded all of our selectorized equipment onto the basketball court. Each one spaced out 10 feet apart. All our cardio equipment is, every other one is closed, again, for social distancing. And then when you get to the 4th floor, the track is open, and our hidden gyms, we have a couple stuff in place and marked up where we shouldn't be moving it around. One of the things that we purchased as we were closed is our sanitation cart. This ideally, it's just a big paint sprayer, sprays disinfectant. The staff goes through at the end of the night and sprays down all the major traffic areas, the whole building, top to bottom. They hit every group fitness room after it's in use, or after it's done being used. Each cleaning station that are out on the floor has its own healthy wipes, or disinfecting wipes. We have hand sanitizer at each cleaning station. We also have disinfectant spray with towels that people can use to wipe down their equipment. And that's just a big one that we're all highlighting, that when you do come into the fitness center, we want you guys to clean up after yourselves. We have all the disinfectant spray, cleaning supplies available. Wipe it down, put it back where it belongs. That way the next person to grab it is it's clean, it's ready for them. So we ask that you do that as well. And then the big one is just make sure you guys pay attention to all our signage throughout the facility. I can't stress that enough. That goes a long way. If you guys follow those policies, everything will run smoothly in the facility. We are operating at half capacity, and so that is why we have equipment out of service at this time, just to adhere to that half capacity. So, other than that, we encourage everyone to come still utilize the fitness center, especially now. We need it more than fitness more than ever. So we encourage everyone to come in. All our drop-in classes that we have available, all our guidelines that we have in place. All that goes back to ensuring you guys' safety, that we're doing the proper stuff, wiping everything down at the end of the day. So other than that, that's a quick run through of our facility as far as what we are doing. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, and we'll be happy to answer those questions.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the tour.
Of course, yeah.
So, Jill, I don't think I introduced you. So sorry, everyone. This is Jill Carlin. She's the programming coordinator for the fitness and recreational sports. So I think, Jill, I'm going to give you a second just to get settled in the room. And then while we're waiting, like Alex said, if anybody has any questions about the fitness center, anything that Alex just went over, please feel free to use the chat to let us know so that we can make sure we're answering those and keeping you guys safe, healthy while you're using the fitness center. All right, Jill, you look settled.
Welcome. I am in my office.
Okay, so I have just a couple questions for you today. First, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm Jill Carlin. I'm the programming coordinator for fitness and recreational sports. I've been on campus for 10 years.
Awesome. So just a couple questions about the fitness center. Are you still able to offer fitness classes? If so, what are they and where can students learn more about them?
Yeah, so we are still offering over 65 classes per week in the facility, and then 25 additional classes virtually. Class sizes are limited to 9 people per class, 10 totaling the instructor. So we're keeping that group size small. Group fitness areas have paw marks, just like throughout the rest of the facility, to help ensure the social distancing, and all the classes can be found at unr.edu/fitness under our drop-in schedule.
Awesome, thanks. Sounds like you guys have lots of classes that you're offering. That's awesome. Do you guys still have your regular, or I should say regular, hours for the fitness center, or are they updated?
Hours are the same. So we are open 6 a.m. till midnight, Monday through Friday. Saturday, we are open at 8 a.m. and close at 10 p.m. And Sunday is 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Cool. And then for students that are using our faculty and staff, are the locker rooms open for use?
Locker rooms are currently closed, so we're asking students to please come in, students, faculty, and staff to please come in prepared, dressed, ready to go. No jeans, so fitness attire, closed-toed shoes. We do have restrooms available, so there's still restrooms to wash hands. And then the drinking fountains are also closed. So bring a water bottle. You can fill up at the hydration stations, but the actual drinking fountains are closed.
Okay. And then are there intramural sports happening for this fall?
Due to COVID, this fall, intramural sports have been postponed. We hope to bring them back in the spring.
Okay. What about the pool? Is the pool still open for use?
The pool is currently still open. The hours for the pool are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 12 to 2:30. Tuesday and Thursday, we have morning swim, so it's 6 to 8 a.m., and then 12 to 1:30 p.m. And then Saturday is 8 to 10:30 a.m. We do require a mask on the deck. And you can remove that once you're in the water or getting into the water, and then one person per lane. So if the lanes are full, we do have a waiting system for that.
Gotcha. And for those students and faculty and staff that don't know, where is the pool located on campus?
The pool is located in the Lombardi Recreation Building.
Gotcha. Okay. And so when students and faculty and staff are using the fitness center, I know Alex touched on it a little bit, but can you give us some information about face coverings and them being required?
Yeah, just like the rest of the campus, we do require face coverings while working out. We know that it's an adjustment and it's different, but we do ask for the safety of the wolf pack to keep those masks on at all times above your nose, worn properly until you are off campus.
And then let's see here. So we know that the fitness center is a really popular place on campus for everyone to want to work on campus. Oh, sorry. I guess I didn't read that question right. So I'll redo it. So we know the fitness center is a really, really popular place for students who want to work on campus. Are you guys currently hiring?
Our fall staff is full, but we always welcome resumes. And we love people that want to bring them by, drop them off at the front desk and say hello, meet our staff. We're always accepting resumes.
Okay. And then lastly, is there anything else? Sorry, I'm trying to avoid, I have this ray of sun that's catching me from my window. I'm trying to avoid it. Is there anything else that you'd like to add about the fitness center that we didn't cover today?
I know Alex hit most of it, but I just kind of want to reiterate our basketball courts are closed. It does have some equipment spread out through it, so we could utilize as much fitness equipment. And due to sports being canceled for the fall, it made the most sense. And the Sala intramural fields are closed right now as well. So those are probably two of the big things to pay attention to. But yeah, we look forward to seeing students, faculty, staff utilize the building.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Jill and Alex. We appreciate the tour and all of the great information, and we hope that everyone is staying healthy and safe with you guys.
Thank you. We as well.
Talk to you later. All right, so you guys just got a great up close and personal tour of the fitness center, fitness and recreational center, as well as some nice information about the fitness center, how to stay safe and healthy while you're using it. I know that the fitness center, it's gorgeous. So if you guys have not had the chance to go and stop by the fitness center, it's, you know, it's a brand new facility. It's gorgeous. It's got tons of space. So moving on, I am now going to bring on our next guest. So let's get this started here. Okay, so let's just wait for 1 sec while we have this going, while we're connecting. Okay, perfect. So welcome, Carla. Everyone, this is Carla Franich. Am I saying that right? I didn't want to mess it up. Oh, it looks like she's frozen. Oh, there she is. Carla, can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Okay, so everyone, welcome. Carla, is it Franich? Is that right?
It is, yes.
Okay, so Carla is the outreach coordinator for counseling services, and she's going to give us kind of an overview about the counseling services, and then we'll get into some specific questions about counseling services. But first, Carla, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. My name's Carla Franich. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm the outreach coordinator, and I have been on campus for quite a number of years, I think 12 to 13 years. So I've seen the campus change a lot during my time here.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Carla, can you give us just kind of an overview about maybe the importance of mental health right now, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much that's been happening, and it's really impacting a lot of people. I mean, students, faculty, and staff. It's just really important to seek help when you're recognizing that it's challenging to navigate. That could be in all areas of your life, how it impacts your academics, finances. But we just want to be a resource for students to help you be successful academically.
Yeah, I know you guys are such a great resource for students on campus. I hope that students and faculty and staff, I always forget that part. So knowing that you guys are here and able to help students, can you tell us about some of the counseling services that are available at the university?
Yeah, so we offer a variety of different things. So the first thing students think about are the individual counseling that we offer, and that's the one-on-one individual therapy. And we provide that to students on a short-term therapy model. Because we're so busy, we want to make sure that we can keep up with the demand of students. So we meet with students, we call it an initial consultation. And so they'll come in and we'll kind of identify what are some of the areas that you want to work on. And we kind of develop an individualized plan, and we can work with you on those. And then we also have a group therapy program. So we offer a lot of group therapy options. We have a mind and body group. We have a mindfulness group, a grief and loss group. We have a lot of great information on our website. It's unr.edu/counseling, and we have our group schedule on there too. So anyone interested in that, feel free to check it out. And then we also have prevention programming. So we do a lot of outreach around campus, and some students can familiarize themselves with our Take 5 to Stay Positive event. It's the therapy dogs that we would have on campus.
Yes, I love
every other Thursday.
dogs.
Yeah, super popular, and we love it. And due to COVID, we can't host that in the near future, but we're hoping to bring it back in the spring. We love it, and students love it. It's a great exposure to a therapeutic intervention with therapy dogs, so it's really awesome. So we do a lot of great work with the students, and we are very passionate about the work that we do, and we recognize its impact. So a lot of helpful faces in counseling, and we're just here to support you as students.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that. And then I'm going to get into some questions that we have for you today. So a little bit, I know you gave us a background about counseling services, but where are you guys on campus? And are you a new service, or have you guys been around for a while?
Yeah, we've been around for quite some time. I don't have the official date of when we started, but we've been part of the Student Services Division for a very long time. And we are in the Pennington Student Achievement Center on the 4th floor in room 420.
Okay, awesome. That is a very nice building.
It is. We love it.
So in talking about counseling and everything that's going on with the pandemic, but outside of the pandemic, who should use counseling services?
Who should? Well, it's available to all students. So if you're enrolled in 6 or more credits, it's part of your tuition. And so you'll notice a $60 counseling fee, and that entitles you to counseling services. You don't have to pay a copay or anything. I mean, in comparison to like a session out in the community, it's very, very, very reasonably priced.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a service that we want to encourage students to use if you are finding that you need someone to talk with. And that could be in any areas. I mean, not to say that counseling is for everyone, because some students, they may not need it. But if anything that I'm saying, you may try to just familiarize yourself with counseling, because you may have a friend that could benefit from it. And you might want to know, how can I get my roommate where I'm seeing behaviors in them that are kind of red flags? I want to get them in. So just know we're on the 4th floor. They can give us a call to set up an appointment. And we schedule appointments on a same-day basis, because we want to ensure that when students recognize that they need help, we're able to get them in as quickly as possible. If we were to say schedule out, because we're in such high demand, it could be weeks out. And for someone that is in distress, that's too far away. So we just want to make sure that we're able and accessible to students as quickly as possible.
Awesome. And then which services and support does the Counseling Center offer? So I know you kind of talked a little bit about in the beginning, kind of the individual and the group, but is there other things that you'd like to talk about for that question?
Yeah, we offer like event programming around campus. Like next week is Suicide Prevention Awareness Week. So we're doing structured programming, like we're doing a workshop on Tuesday on coping with loss. We're doing another workshop on how to help a friend. So kind of recognizing those signs in your friend. As well as we're doing an event on Wednesday at 6. It's called Pack the Dinner Table. So it's a virtual dinner that we're going to be hosting with students that just want to just process and share their story with suicide loss, because we recognize that it impacts many of us. And for us to kind of share our stories just shows how much we're there to support one another.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for all that information. So you talked a little bit about the appointments, but what are the different ways that students can make an appointment with you guys?
Yeah, so the best way is to give us a call. And our hours are 8 to 8, Monday through Thursday, and we're open 8 to 5 on Friday.
Okay.
So they can give us a call. The earlier, the better, because we have more availability. Oops. The spots kind of fill up. So our number, it's 775-784-4648.
Okay.
You can give us the call on that, and we'll kind of look and see what works well for the student and what we have available and get them scheduled.
Okay. And I know sometimes I do this all the time. Sometimes calling can be a little bit scary for people, you know, to make that jump and talk to a live human. Do you guys have an email address that students can email, or is it really best to just give you guys a call?
Yeah, it's best to give us a call. That way we can get you in the system as quickly as possible. We are working on an online scheduling feature that we hope to have launched in the upcoming weeks. So once that happens, we'll be sure to send the word out because we recognize it's so much more convenient to do that. But right now we just don't have that capability, but we are working on it.
That's awesome. So I know that a lot of students are probably experiencing the need, you know, to talk to someone or just be comfortable with counseling services so that they can, like you said, maybe help a friend. So for everybody that we have, I just want to take a second in case you missed this part. So this is Carla. She is the, I'm going to get this right, outreach coordinator for counseling services. She's just giving us some information about our counseling services. And so I wanted to move to talk a little bit about teletherapy. So can you give us kind of an overview about teletherapy and how do students feel about it so far?
Yeah, students are really responding well to it. So what teletherapy is we call in through Zoom and we just talk like this. In response to COVID, we are primarily relying on this form of serving our students just because it keeps the students protected. Anyone that's been inside counseling services, our offices aren't very big. So to adhere to that 6 feet of social distancing, we just can't do that. And then to do therapy with masks on, it's much more challenging because there's a lot of reading those nonverbal cues and your facial expressions tell us a lot. So the ability to do that through Zoom is really great, and it's very convenient for the students. One thing that I do want to emphasize is that we recognize that finding a private space may be a little bit more challenging for some students, especially if you're living in the res halls. But if that's a barrier for you, I just want to let you know you can give us a call and we'll try to accommodate and find a space. We call them Zoom rooms where we can outfit you with the technology you'll need for your therapy session with your therapist.
That's awesome. You guys are so wonderful. Are you guys, I know traditionally you guys run quite a few groups on campus. Are you guys still offering those groups? And if so, what kind of groups are you offering?
Yeah, we are offering groups. We're offering a mind and body group, as well as a mindfulness group. We offer general support groups. But to highlight some of the support groups, so you may see there's 2 types of groups that we offer in counseling. So there's a therapy group where you have to be a client of ours just to maintain that group confidentiality, and we just do that for therapy groups. And then there's support groups where that could be drop-in, where you don't need to be a client of ours, but they're on a variety of different topics. Like at the end of September, we're going to start, we're calling it a pandemic virtual support group. And
That's
it's
a mouthful.
to navigate being successful during this pandemic. And so it's a weekly support group that we'll be offering. It'll be on Thursdays starting, on the 24th. And it goes from 4 to 5. So you could, all that information is on the events portion of our website. Okay. And so students can check that out there.
And that starts, because it's September now, which how insane is that? So that starts this month, you said, on the 24th.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, cool. And then what kind of outreach events are you running? And if you can give us a little bit of explanation as to why you guys run those outreach events.
Yeah, so outreach is a really big component of counseling services because not everyone needs individual therapy or group therapy, but a lot of students can benefit from the skills that we want to teach. So we host a lot of workshops on a variety of different skills. During the summer, we ran a series called Emotions 101 for students to help them like learn and recognize skills around their emotions and how they can portray that to others, and just kind of helping with those interpersonal skills. So that's why we do outreach. And then a big component is to just let students know that we're on campus to support them. Because it's not something that when you hear about what we offer, you're thinking, oh, I'm going to go to counseling. But it could be like a year down the road, or something major can happen in your life and you're like, who can I talk to about this? And then just like vaguely remembering during the Wolfpack chat that you heard about Carla talking about counseling services. So yeah, it's just letting students know that we're there to support them.
Awesome. And so you touched on it a little bit in the beginning, but how do you know if you should reach out to talk to someone, or if you're maybe seeing signs in a friend or a family member that they should reach out to talk to someone?
Yeah, that's really hard to answer because it's so individualized, because something big can happen for someone and they have like a really strong support group and network of people to help them kind of navigate the challenging time. But that same situation can happen to someone else and they don't have that support network. So it's kind of just recognizing in yourself if you've reached a point to where you're having a hard time juggling it. And it could be like, I just need to talk with someone just for one time. Or it can be like, I have something that I really need to work through and it may take several sessions. But just knowing that there's no like set criteria that you need to meet to come to see us. Yeah. We're there and we can just see you one time. Like a lot of students just do that. They're like, something happened, I just need someone to talk to, and I can't talk to my sister or my parents or my partner. And so it's just this opportunity to kind of talk with someone that has no background about you other than what you disclose on the forms that we ask.
Very awesome. And how do you think how would you suggest to people that they support someone else in getting help? So I know that can be kind of an uncomfortable conversation where you have someone that's maybe confiding in you, but you feel like they need to talk to someone else. How do you support that person?
Yeah. So we have a lot of students that, because that's the big thing, because the stigma around mental health is still big. I mean, to say that you need help, still you're like, oh, something's wrong with me, I need to get help, and I don't want anyone to know because I'm ashamed of it. And what we want to do is encourage and create this culture on our campus where we're like, it's okay to get help. Like, it's okay for you to recognize this is kind of too much for me to handle on my own, and I need someone to talk to about it. So as a peer and as someone to support, like encouraging someone to get help when they need it, just like when you're in that moment and in that conversation, just say, hey, you know what? I don't have the answers, but I know of a place that you can go to. And how about we walk over there together? During this COVID time, we're actually encouraging students to give us a call because we want to make sure we can try to get them in and see them through a telemental health session instead of like having to come in. Mm-hmm. So it's super convenient for students to access us. So yeah, just giving us a call, and you can sit there with your friend while they call us if you want. But just recognizing that, hey, you know, they're there and they're super awesome people, and there to help students and support them, and we'll do so at their convenience, and that is right now through Zoom.
And so when it is through Zoom, so I know you kind of talked about your hours in the beginning. If you could reiterate, when can students utilize those services that you guys offer?
Yeah, so we offer therapy sessions until late in the evening because we know students may have obligations during like the normal 8 to 5 hours. So we are open and offer therapy through 8 p.m. So
Okay.
Monday through Thursday, and then on Fridays, 8 to 5.
Awesome. And then, so this is the last question that we have. And then if there's anything else that you would like to add, talking more about COVID-19 specifically, because that's kind of, the reason why we wanted to bring fitness and recreational sports on today and you guys with counseling services. It's been a really, really intense year with self-isolation, with students maybe attending remote. Students may feel maybe disconnected with their friends if they're not here on campus, say in the dorms where they have that roommate, where they have that connection. What services are you offering to students who need that, specific or not even specific help during this pandemic?
Yeah, so like the support groups is a really great way to be connected. Like for international students, we partner with the Office for International Students and Scholars to do a success pizza every month to just connect students. We're offering the support groups like the Pandemic Life series that we're doing. We're offering just opportunities for students to process. Like during the summer, we had a lot of processing spaces for students to just like get together and talk. Because that validation that each student can give to one another is so meaningful and important, because for you to like sit with someone and be like, I'm not the only one that's feeling these feelings. And so it's just kind of like finding opportunities to connect that way. And so we're using our clinical skills to kind of create those spaces for students to talk to one another.
Yeah, very cool. So that was all the questions that we had for you. Do you have anything else that you'd like to add about counseling services that we maybe missed, or just something you'd like to reiterate on before we let you go?
Yeah, let's see, so many things, but I want to be cognizant of the time. I just want to like encourage students to give us a call if you feel like you need the help. We're here to support you, and we know that it can be a little intimidating to come in to see us. But because of that, we're trying to be super available and accessible to you through offering teletherapy. But yeah, you can give us a call. We offer initial consultations and then urgent care appointments, which if we're full, for those initial consultations, then we can get you in kind of on a first come, first serve basis. So yeah, and next week is National Suicide Prevention Awareness Week. So be on the lookout for some things that we're doing virtually, and just know that we're here to support you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Carla. You gave us so much good information and resources today for students. So we very much appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Take care, everyone.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Okay, everyone. So before we close, I just wanted to remind you that we do have another live Wolfpack Chat scheduled for Tuesday, September 8th. That live will be all about academic resources. So as we continue to move forward in the semester, this will be a great one to log into, or to, live into, if that's how you say it. So just a reminder, Tuesday, September 8th, and that one will be on academic resources. So before we officially close out, I just want to say thank you so much to both Alex and Jill for all the wonderful information you gave us today about fitness and recreational sports. And then again, Carla, thank you so much for all the information on counseling services. Don't be afraid to use those services. Get into the fitness center, get your workout on, whether it's a half-hour walk or whatever, if you want to do a class. It's really important to take care of yourself right now during this pandemic. So know that we're here for you on campus, and we hope to see you soon. Bye, everyone.